Hi Aries, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-November 2022 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is I'll look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and the main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards with some additional insight, and that's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Temptation. So this is actually the equivalent of the Devil in traditional tarot. So I see this going a couple different ways. For some of you, it could just be saying that you might have been involved in another connection, and this person might have served as a temptation for you. Or it could just be saying that you might have already been in the connection with this person and might have been tempted out of it with someone else in another dynamic, possibly someone within the workplace as well. And as far as timelines go, this might have been when we had that Mercury retrograde recently that went through your opposite sign and then actually went into your house of work too. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Empress. So looking at these three cards, if the two of you were the ones who were connected in the past, it could just be saying that you guys might have both decided to step away from the connection, at the very least temporarily. And again, like I said, I'm really getting that for a lot of you, it might have been during that Mercury retrograde, given that the parts of your chart that it was hitting at the time. But yeah, looks like this person definitely might have stepped away from the connection as well. Not seeing like a clear indicator that there was any argument or anything that led to that, but you might just, it felt like the two of you weren't connecting very well. And for others of you, if this was more of a situation where, like I said, you were already involved elsewhere and this person served as the new dynamic in the situation, I could just be saying that they might have been going to their own disappointment as well. So you guys might have crossed paths at that same time when you were both going through relationship difficulties. All right, and the present on your side, we have Five of Arrows. So this is Aquarius energy here, and it can point to some deception. So yeah, so for some of you, if this was one of those things where you might have gone your separate ways and possibly started seeing other people in the meantime, it looks like you might possibly hold a little bit of bitterness around that, right? So because this Five of Arrows energy could point to that win by all means type of mentality, so it could just be saying that if you found out that, like I said, both of you were separately dating other people and the time that you might have been away from the connection, you could just feel like, you might want to continue that dynamic where the two of you just going back and forth. And if that's the case, it looks like it's saying that, you would not be really supported in doing so. So the way I look at it, we see she's holding those three swords there, right? Which, well, arrows in this case, which could point to heartbreak, disappointment, and then we see that angelic figure leaving the scene. So it could just be one of those things where it's like if you have some unhealed wound around the connection, this might not be the best time to enter back into a dynamic with this person. All right, present energy on their side, we have a few cards. We have the Two of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the World. So to me, this says that this person seems to be in a totally different energy around the situation. To me, this says that this looks like this person would like to approach things on the up and up. I don't feel like they have any petty dynamics or any type of hard feelings toward the situation at this time. It looks like they're definitely willing to put in the work, especially if the two of you possibly already have children together, right? Could just be saying that they're willing to repair the situation, right? We do see that that item over there looks like it was spilled, so it could just point to that there was some difficulty that the two of you might have had, but it could just be saying that they're open to reconnect and start to work toward this connection again. All right, future energy on your side, we have the King of Coins, so this is actually a Taurus energy here, and it could just be saying that now you're ready to actually step up, right? Be that stable force, right? Not really waver in your commitment around the situation. And to be fair, for some of you, right, with the temptation energy, given that that is Capricorn energy, it doesn't necessarily totally mean that it was romantic connection that might have pulled you away, you also might have been getting pulled away for financial situations. So, for example, you might have been working crazy hours, right? So, could have been something like that that pulled you away from the connection as well. But yeah, either way, it looks like this is saying that now you're actually ready to give your best to the connection, or will be in the future, I should say. And future energy on their side, we have the Page of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So, really, what I'm seeing with this is it could just be saying that they might not necessarily take you too seriously, right? So, it could just be one of those things where they might be a little bit undecided, especially if you just come in with strictly more of a romantic energy. I feel like they would want to see some action behind it as well. So I feel like that's going to be the key there, right? Otherwise, they might feel a little bit undecided, like, okay, do I really want to give this another shot or not? And I mean, to be fair, that is normally an energy that does come naturally to you guys. But yeah, could just be saying that as far as the approaches go, that's what they're looking for, as opposed to words and maybe even just offering to take them out somewhere or something like that. I feel like they just want to see more of an action, passion oriented approach from you. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Three of Arrows. So this is a Libra energy here, which is the house of relationships. And obviously, we see the intensity there, right? Where it looks like she's trying not to look over her shoulder at that heart with the arrows in it. And then we talked about in the Five of Arrows, she's holding on to three arrows as well. So yeah, could have definitely been some other dynamic that got entered into the connection. Now there could be some regret around that. And interestingly enough, beneath that we have the Two of Cups, and I always point out how in this deck we see the one cup is spilled, and definitely we see the stormy background, right? So it could just be one of those things where you guys definitely could have gone through a rough patch for sure, but it looks like there is the potential for you guys to get things back on track. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Two of Pentacles. So if we look at the little kid's facial expression there, the feminine energy, we could see it looks like she's not all about being kissed on the cheek, right? So it could just be one of those things where, like I said, they might want to see some actual action on your part. So if you just try to come in with just the passion around the situation and not really seem like you're giving anything of substance, right? Then they might just feel like you're just saying what you need to say to get back on their good side, basically. So I feel like this is saying that they would like to see some concrete effort on your part in order to get the connection back on track. And like I said, given that we do see the King of Coins in the future on your side, it looks like you would most likely do that. But like I said, it looks like that's going to be what they're expecting in this situation. All right, so moving on to your Oracle cards. First, we'll see if we get Vanka Moonlight deck here. Going to be looking for the masters from you to them and from them to you. Initially looking for jumpers, and if I don't get any after a while, I'll just put the deck down and we'll pull cards that way. We'll see what comes up. Almost have one there. All right, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck. And next we'll see if we get from them to you. Almost have one there. All right, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck. So let's see on your side what came up. Okay, we have guilt. It says hurting you was never my intention, but now it's hurting me too. So yeah, like I said, it definitely looks like there was some stepping away in this connection. Like I said, for some of you, it could have been another person. For others of you, like I said, it could have just been you might have got pulled away for work. And then with that, hurting you was never my intention, but now it's hurting me too. That makes me think of what we were talking about with the Five of Arrows energy there, which is say if you have some unhealed wounds around the situation, this might not be the best time to go back toward the connection. And on their side, we have taken. I'm unavailable. So interesting. For some of you, this could be what I was talking about, where, like I said, if you might have stepped out on the connection, this person also, I was saying they might have also stepped away from the connection and been seeing other people as well. Now, to be fair, I will say what I saw in the present. It looks like they would be willing to work on it, like I said, especially for those of you if you do have children together. But like I said, it looks like they want to see something concrete before they decide to go down that route. So definitely some tricky energy with this connection for sure, but we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle card adds to the mix. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here I'm just looking for one card with general messages to wrap the reading up. Almost have one there, and there we go. So, okay, you guys got TikTok. There's the artwork, and the number is 30. So let's see what the message is for that. Okay, the relationship message says love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. So yeah, like I said, it definitely looks like there might have been some damage done in the connection, but like I said, it looks like there's definitely a potential for things to get back on track. Especially because, like I said, it looks like you will be taking things seriously and giving your best to the connection, and that looks like that's what this person's going to be looking for as well. All right, so we'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.